Hello ladies, I'm here with another lead video, and today I'll be talking about vaginal yeast infection. Read my lips. I said vaginal yeast infection. So many women are prone to yeast infection at one time or the other in their life. As a woman, when you see yeast infection, it's normal at one point in your lifetime. It's normal. But what is not normal is a reoccurring yeast infection. When you treat, it comes back several times. It's not normal. Someone like me, it happened to me. So I'm here to share with you 4 factors that leads to a recurring yeast infection. I know yeast infection can be so uncomfortable, and the itches that come with it, the smell and all. It's so uncomfortable. So I know what you're going through. So I'm here to give you 4 reasons why your yeast infection keeps reoccurring. Number 1, your previous yeast infection may have not been treated totally. Like, what do I mean? For instance, you're diagnosed with yeast infection and you're given some drugs, some antibiotics to take, and then when you take it, after 2 or 3 days, you don't proceed with your treatment anymore. What are you telling the virus? You're telling it to come back, because the virus is in your blood. It's in your blood. So when you don't finish your treatment, when you don't finish your drugs, it tends to come back. Number 2, sexual intercourse. Yeast infection might not be an STD, but it can be transmitted through sex. Number 3 is moisture and humidity. Yeast infection tends to survive more in wet places. So I advise you to always wear breathable panties and cotton panties. I advise you to go on that. And then again, always make sure the area, your vaginal area, is not wet all the time. When I mean wet, I mean don't wear wet clothes, wet panties. Even when you urinate, make sure you wash the place very well and clean it up. Number 4 factor that makes your yeast infection to come back is when you take too much of antibiotics. When you go to the hospital, when you're sick, one disease or the other, you're being prescribed with antibiotics. One thing the doctor will not tell you is that too much of these antibiotics can lead to yeast infection. So what I'm telling you is that you should limit your intake of antibiotics. If you're somebody that is prone to yeast infection, or you're someone that has a recurring yeast infection, you should be mindful of how much antibiotics you take into your system, because these antibiotics makes your yeast infection to come back. So with these 4 factors, I hope that it will be able to help you to protect you against a recurring yeast infection. Thank you. Love you.